Up your mobile GDO software. Step 5 is setting up your router for port forwarding. The reason why you have to set up port forwarding is because this is how you get access to your mobile GDO from out on the internet through your router and into your house. So there are many types of routers out there, and I'm not going to be able to go through all of them in this tutorial. I am going to go through two, though. I'm going to go through probably two of the most common. One will be the Apple Airport Express, and you can see on the screen right now the D-Link. So to get to your router's admin page, if you have a D-Link, you need to know the router IP, which you would have found in previous steps, and you type that into the address bar. So usually it'll be, as an example, the IP address of 192.168.0.1. You just type that in your address bar and hit enter, and it'll bring you to this admin page. It's different for the Apple, but virtually every other router, that's how you access it. You get to your admin login. You may or may not have a password. That'll, again, depend on how you set it up. In this case, I don't have one, and if you didn't, you just simply click login, and it'll take you there. So what you're looking for in your setup of your router is your advanced, usually, and then you see here it says port forwarding. You're looking for something similar to port forwarding. Now, in your port forwarding, on the D-Link, you're going to give it a name, so it can be anything you want. I'll call this one My Garage Door. The port that you want to open is, say for example, we're going to use port 2000. The IP address you want it to go to is the IP address you gave your mobile GDO on your local network. And here we go, enabled. This is the same. Schedule to always allow. See, these are some of the other things that you don't have to worry about that. You don't want to give it any sort of a name. And click Save Settings. That's it. It'll save it. It'll reset your router. And you'll be good to go. Now, in some cases, it'll say incoming port to local port, and your incoming port is the one that you want. You know, that's the one you're going to put into the app for the WAN port, and then the forward it to a particular port on your local address will be the port you're going to use on the mobile GDO, which is always 2000. That'll never be anything other than 2000. And we'll click continue. That's it. Okay. So this is how you do it with an Apple Airport. How you set up your port forwarding to your mobile GDO. With an airport, a little bit different because Apple has a program that you can use. It's called Airport Utility. So you just go to your applications and look for Airport Utility, or use your Spotlight Finder. Open up Airport Utility. You should see your base station. I can click on it and go edit. Okay, and when you go to edit it, you go to network, and then you've got port settings. Just add a new one. Description, we'll call it My Garage Door. And you want to take your public ports, again, just like in the previous example. It can be, let's just use 2000. And your private IP address, this is the IP address of the mobile GDO again, the static IP. You can see Apple even very conveniently already grays out the first three groups of numbers. So 10.0.1, that's the first part of your network, and then the 201 is or will be whatever address you use for your mobile GDO. So we can say we use 45, could be 225, it's whatever you programmed into the mobile GDO. And the private ports are always 2000. Save it. And there it is. That's all there is to it. Click Update. Done.